Mr. Marston, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And actually, if you saw me furiously typing here, I was trying to collect my thoughts just a little bit because we've been at this for a long time. You know, we've heard many times from the government members, and I'm not disputing their claims. They talk about this as not the largest budget, and that's the facts. They speak primarily of previous budgets of their own as far as the number of pages. But I think it almost misses the point, because witness after witness, organization after organization here at these hearings have raised concerns about Bill C-38. They see Bill C-38 for what it is. It's a major offense to Canadian democracy. No, not everything in the bill is bad. In fact, some of the things Ms. Glover raised and some of the witnesses agreed with. And if they were standalone things in the budget without some of these other things piled on top of it, you might actually be shocked to see that we might have supported it. But the approach to the omnibus style of the bill causes it to impede MPs from our ability to use what expertise we may have. Critics for given areas like environment or whatever, if they had been taken to the appropriate committees for us to do due diligence appropriately and properly, we'd be far better off. Now, I want to say something, Mr. Naidu. You said the COC's 25 years old. You're making me feel old because I was a founding member of the Council of Canadians back and the president of the first Hamilton chapter, so I thought I'd put that on record before anybody starts over here. But I'll say to you that the Council of Canadians came into existence because of our fears for democracy at the time. It was framed around the free trade agreement, right or wrong, whichever way it went. I think C-38 has more damaging effect on Canadian democracy today than anything I've seen since the 1980s. This is a huge bill about to force changes in laws that govern us, the laws for the protection of Canadians' food inspection, environment, retirement security, employment insurance, food inspection, and many, many, many other areas of the operations of our government. Now, as you see, and the members of the other side, I'll offer this to you, as we see our witnesses come in, the successive groups that come in, they're a little bit like we are. We get a little testy because we're tired, but they're also starting to recognize the impacts of C-38 and the potential problems. And I appeal to the government side to really honestly look into yourselves and think about what we're about to do here. Really consider it. Put the partisan stuff aside. All of us should do that. We are at risk of doing severe damage in several areas of our country. We can debate it. We can go back and forth. And I think you are actually people of reasonably goodwill, overall from my experience with you. But we are failing Canadians by taking this approach. We have got to do better. The future of our country is hinging on several areas of this. You may agree or disagree on the environmental changes, but they're not getting the look at that they deserve and the Canadians deserve to have us do. We are not able to do our due diligence. And in the future, when they look back at this particular government, they're going to say that that was the one single major failure, that they impeded the due diligence of MPs. If anybody wants to comment, go ahead, because I'm done.